Hello everyone, welcome from Hilo. We're on Hawaiʻi Island this week, and this is our 126th episode of the Have Aloha Will Travel podcast. I'm Catherine Toth Fox. With me,
I'm Emily Smith,
and we are with Hawaiʻi Magazine. So we are here, first of all, we are at the SCP Hilo. So you can see we were here I think a year ago, Hawaiʻi Magazine was, and we filmed here also. But because we have Emily here, she figured out how to do this at the pool. So we are currently at the pool. I don't know if you can kind of see it there, but we're sitting at the pool here at SCP Hilo, which is right in the heart of Hilo. It's a great location. I mean, it's a great location. Mm-hmm. You can walk. Yeah. We walk to Big Island Coffee Roasters, like literally 4 minutes, but you could walk to Hilo town. I don't know, what would you say about this hotel? This is your first time at this hotel, right?
Yeah, this is my first time here. I mean, everything's like 6 minutes away just by driving. It's super clean here, super nice, super like peaceful. It's not super noisy or anything. So yeah, it's a good time staying here.
We had AC, there's a TV
AC
in the room. Like, it's all good. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so thank you to SCP Hilo for hosting us for this past couple of days. So we are in Hilo because we're, scouting the island for stories that we want to tell you. But before we start, we do have exciting news. Do you know what it is? Oh, see, she read my mind. This is our latest issue of Hawaiʻi Magazine. It is on newsstands now. You can also go on our website, hawaiimagazine.com/shop, SHOP, to get your issue. This issue is all about Maui. So as you know, Maui was ravaged, or Lahaina was ravaged by the wildfires. So we thought it would be great to spotlight the Valley Isle and encourage you all to travel there. It's one of the best things you can do is to support our economy by traveling here, by traveling specifically to Maui, shopping at Maui restaurants, shopping at Maui stores and eating at Maui restaurants. Of course, you can do that online as well, which we encourage. So check out our issue. We have a lot of other great stories in here, not just about Maui, but about all the other islands as well. So I think you'll really enjoy it. Anyway, on newsstands, hawaiimagazine.com/shop. Otherwise, we are here in Hilo. Okay, so you've been to Hilo a few times, but as a kid.
Yeah, as a teenager.
Which wasn't that long ago,
No, it was maybe like 5 years ago I came here. And not much has really changed, but it's really nice. I love how peaceful it is compared to like Oahu. It's kind of like more city there. But here it's more serene. You can hear like the frogs chirping, like the waterfalls, everything. So I like it. It's like a good vacation spot for like a little getaway.
True. So in our last issue, I wrote a story about Hilo town, like just kind of a guide to Hilo. And I think a lot of people come to Hilo to visit the Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, obviously, because of the volcanoes. Right now, nothing's erupting. Kilauea and Mauna Loa, obviously Mauna Loa is not erupting, but Kilauea has also stopped its eruption. So we were going to venture out there, decided not to. But I think, if you do come to the Big Island and you do come to Hilo, I think it's worth just hanging out and exploring the town. It's really, because it's not just Hilo. So we actually went up the Honomū coast yesterday to a little area called Honomū, which is where ʻAkaka Falls is. So we've covered ʻAkaka Falls. We've written about it. But just before you get there, I think that whole area has been built up because they know a lot of folks are traveling up in that neighborhood to get to ʻAkaka Falls. So there's cafes, there's boutiques, there's little shops, and then there's the goat dairy. Honomū Goat Dairy. It's like such a little gem.
Yeah, I used to be scared of goats because I've gotten bitten by one. I've got pushed by goats before, but these were like cute little baby goats that are probably like how big? Like this big right now. And they're so cute. Like the moment that you drive in, you can hear all the baby goats like screaming, and that's so cute.
Not like screaming, but
crying.
In a cute way.
Yes, in a cute way.
I was a little concerned when you told me about your, not fear of goats, but like your past experience, your abusive experience with goats. And I left her alone in the goat pen. So when you go there, it's a 15-acre family-run farm. This family is from Arizona, where they used to also raise goat dairy, so they have a lot of experience. But their primary, output would be their goat cheeses. So this is actually their Korean Missile Crisis goat cheese, which is kind of an inside joke in Hawaii. But their goat cheese is incredible. So they raise Nubian goats, which have like a creamier, less goaty sort of milk. And their cheeses aren't as goaty as you would imagine. As I think a lot of people assume when you have goat cheese.
It's very strong, but it's not.
It's not. I'm not a big goat cheese person, but this is like, you don't really taste it.
It's not. It's like even less strong than like blue cheese, I feel.
Oh,
like.
yeah, for sure. So this, and they also make, I think they originally started making soaps when they were in Arizona, so they've perfected their soap. This is a persimmon goat milk soap. If you don't know, we actually grow persimmon in Hawaii on Maui. So they try to use as many local ingredients as possible with all their goat products. And then Mary, who's like the co-owner, she's a caramel queen. She won awards for her goat milk caramel, and it is good.
No, that was like one of the best parts. It's so milky, because I heard her talking about how normally caramel doesn't use any dairy or anything, so it's so milky compared to other caramel. Like, it melts in your mouth. It's
rich, and it's like, it has a nice texture. So yeah, this was truly a gift. But when you go to this goat dairy, they have like a little pen right in front of their little road, it's not a roadside stand, but it's a little shop, and you can play with the baby goats there for free. There's no tour or anything. You can just stop by, and if you need a little goat therapy, you need to like nuzzle some baby goats like I did yesterday, you can just drive up there and do it. You can, for $1, buy a little packet of food that you can feed the goats. We were able to bottle feed the goats yesterday.
Yeah, that was so cute. I've never done that before. So it was definitely an experience.
Right? It's really funny because they put the milk in an old Heineken bottle. Yeah. And if you know, people in Hawaii love their green bottles. So it was just really funny. Anyway, so Honomū Goat Dairy, we'll put our information about it in our show notes. We're going to write about it in our next issue, so please be sure to subscribe and pick up our next issue, which is in spring. But that's not all we did. What else did we do yesterday?
We went to ʻAkaka Falls.
Was that your first time?
No, I've been there before. Yeah, nothing much has changed. I mean, again, I just love how they kind of kept the nature there. I love the sounds of like the waterfall, and there's like, water streaming. It's just a super peaceful place. Yeah, I loved it. It's super photogenic too. We took a lot of photos there.
The nice thing about Hilo is there's two, well, if you include the other Kahana Falls, which is part of ʻAkaka Falls. Yeah. Kahana Falls or Kahuna Falls? Ooh. I will make sure that's correct in the show notes. Yeah. There's 3 accessible waterfalls in Hilo. And I mean, when I say accessible, like, it was not much of anything to get to ʻAkaka Falls. Well, if you go the short way.
Right. It probably took us about 10 minutes when we went really? Like 7, maybe 5
like
minutes?
4?
Really?
Maybe 6?
Yeah, I mean, it was just a couple of stairs, and it was mostly shaded. So that's good for me, because if you don't like the heat, that's like a good place to cool down. Because I was wearing jeans.
I was wearing yoga pants, and we were in like 99-degree weather in Hilo, which was unexpected because it normally rains here, but it wasn't raining.
Yeah,
anyway.
So make sure to pack shorts if you come here, just in case.
Or there's a Target just down the street, which we're well acquainted with. Anyway, yeah, so that's really nice if you're into waterfalls. So there's ʻAkaka Falls and the other falls that's there. And then there's also Rainbow Falls, which we're going to be going to this morning. But that's also, you drive up, you just take like a few steps, and you're at the lookout, and you'll see Rainbow Falls. So another thing, if you're into waterfalls, I know Maui has a lot of waterfalls. All the islands do, but I think for accessibility, Hilo, easiest waterfalls. So we did ʻAkaka Falls. We also stopped by one of my favorite little lunch spots called Koji's Bento Corner, which is also right in Hilo Town. I used to go there when I was a kid, and it's changed a lot, but they still have their Koji burger, which a lot of people love. And we ended up getting, she got a grilled Ono plate lunch, and I got a Koji steak plate lunch. So that was nice. I mean, it's nice to support local restaurants and businesses. Another restaurant that we went to yesterday, which I had never been to, which is kind of shocking, just because we've written about them and I have had his food before. I've just never gone to his restaurant. Is Moon and Turtle. So Moon and Turtle is, it's a very notable.
Yeah.
It's kind of fancy for Hilo. I'm gonna not lie about this, which is right also in Hilo town. You must make reservations. We were lucky enough to be able to walk in and sit at the bar. Thankfully, she's over 21. And I don't know, what would you say your whole experience was?
Yeah, I mean, I loved the atmosphere. It was very quiet. Loved the dim lighting. I loved the food. I mean, in general, I think that was like some of the best food that I've had because there was not one dish that I disliked.
That's true.
Like typically when you get all the little side dishes, there's like a couple that you're like, oh, I can live without. But I didn't really feel like that for any of the dishes there. It was also extremely reasonably priced.
Yeah.
I think like we got oysters for what, like $9?
Maybe. I mean, our whole meal, so we had 3 starters?
We did.
A main dish that we split, because all the food there is pretty shareable. So they'll recommend for 2 people, like get 4 starters to share, or get like maybe a main dish and then like 2 or 3 starters to split. So we did that plus dessert, plus drinks, 2 desserts, 2 drinks, and it was like under $100. And we didn't get like any Hawaii magazine like discount, not even like a Kama'aina discount. That's reasonable.
That's very reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for the like quality of food,
true.
That's really good.
So we ended up. So the thing about Moon and Turtle, their menu is pretty small. It's not like a huge. It's like one sheet, and they're gonna have about 4 to 5 different starters and about maybe 3 to 4 different larger entree plates. Like again, it's shareable, and these often rotate. So there's something that you may love when you come here. It may not be on the menu the next time you come here. And that's because the chef who's from Hilo really believes in sourcing locally and whatever is, in season. For example, one of the pot de creme desserts was tangerine flavor, because tangerines are, first of all, Big Island is known for its citrus. Tangerines are in season. So he decided to make a pot de creme with tangerines, which was awesome. Tastes like a creamsicle. It was super delicious. I mean, it can't really beat the chocolate one because that's amazing. But everything he's doing is locally sourced. So the best way to find out what's on the menu, because they don't have a website, is to go to their Instagram at Moon and Turtle, and that's where he'll post the most recent or the dishes that are on the menu right now. It's like very, very up to date and current. So one of the things that we had that he tends to play with is like dumplings. So he'll make gyoza or he'll make dumpling in soups or whatever. Last night we had steamed dumplings that had a mixture of a filling that included local mahi, ahi, and octopus, which was so crazy. Like, yeah, I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I did.
Yeah, I feel like typically I've never seen like an all seafood dumpling before.
That's true.
Typically they use pork in it because it helps with the flavor, but yeah, this was not lacking any flavor. I remember when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, it reminds me of Din Tai Fung.
Oh,
it was way better than that, even though I love Din Tai Fung. But yeah, it was so good. It came with like chili oil as well. And my tip, if you get it, is to like grab the chili oil with a spoon and then drizzle it on top as well to make it a lot more moist. It tasted so good. So
she's pescatarian. So like, if you remember, Grace, our former associate editor, was also a pescatarian. So it's very difficult to travel with these people because they have very specific dietary needs. Anyway, just so happened, I feel like everything on the menu last night was pescatarian friendly.
Yeah, except for one thing, but the waitress was like super attentive and like told us which one had like chickens, broth.
So it was a mushroom risotto, which is actually a vegetarian dish, except that they use chicken stock to cook the risotto, but they swapped it out with vegetable broth for her, and that was delicious too. They use hamakua mushrooms and some shiitake mushrooms, so again using local ingredients, and that's not even just like it's hyper local, it's like right from Hamakua Coast. What else did we eat? Oh, they have a sizzling poke that's kind of a showstopper. We wrote about it in our in the issue that's out currently about Hilo, we wrote about Moon and Turtle, and there's a picture of it. But yeah, it comes like on this sizzling platter. What did you say it reminded you of? Like
it's like Korean barbecue, like when they bring out the smoking like platter. That's exactly what it looks like.
It was very exciting. So the poke is actually seared on the outside. That was delicious. What else did we eat? I feel like we ate a lot. Oh yeah, she ate her oysters. Her
I had
oysters.
Two. You know what? I don't usually like oysters, but that was so good. It's like there was some kind of sauce that was sweet, but it was also spicy because I swear I got some wasabi in there, but I couldn't see wasabi anywhere. But yeah, there's definitely some like a little kick to it that tasted like wasabi.
That was really good. They also brought us out their Brussels sprouts, their crispy Brussels sprouts that had a little bit of Asian influence to it also in terms of flavor. And that was something that's not on the menu, but it is one of their, it's highly requested because it's a really popular dish normally. So we had that. Of course, they have lots of super awesome handcrafted locally sourced cocktails and mocktails. She had a mocktail. That was I had a lemon peel lemonade that had vodka in it, and it had like the whole bottom was just like lemon peel. It was so good. I ended up trying to eat the lemon peel at the bottom. Anyway, all of that, I feel like they do a great job creating very inventive dishes that you probably wouldn't get anywhere else. And it's just so great you can get in Hilo, of all places. It felt like a very metropolitan, big city.
It felt like something that you can get at Chinatown.
Yeah, or even San Francisco. I mean, it has a very elevated feel, but at, like you said, reasonably priced, very comfortable ambiance. I mean, it was a pretty restaurant, but it didn't feel stuffy. It's not like a fine dining feel, but it definitely was fine dining cuisine. So check them out, Moon and Turtle. We'll post that in our show notes as well. And then today, what are we doing today? The day's not ending.
I know. I'm the most excited for Two Ladies Kitchen. I've never had it before.
Really?
But I've seen
no one's ever brought it home and given it to you?
No one's
You
ever
need to
thought
get
of
better
me.
friends.
Yeah, I know. But I'm really excited because I know we wrote an article about them, and I saw all their colorful mochi. And obviously I'm Japanese, so I have to love mochi. So I'm really excited to just take a video of that, eat it, and try it for the first time.
Wow. It's your first time? Mm-hmm. This is going to be exciting. Well, we will definitely be writing about it. So Two Ladies Kitchen, which is an iconic, very landmark here in Hilo, was recently the owner, one of the original owners, Nora, who we've written about. She retired, and one of her workers bought the business from her and is carrying it on. So we're going to meet her today. I don't think anything's changed. They still have their strawberry mochi. They still have all their, colorful candy filled. So we're going to get the whole fix. And we will be writing about it on our website, HawaiiMagazine.com. So we'll do that. We're going to go check out Rainbow Falls. We're going to go to Hilo's Farmers Market. So lots to do today before we head back. Again, for any content about Hilo, go to our website, HawaiiMagazine.com. Lots of cool stuff there. Get our latest issue. What did we write about in this issue on the Big Island? Oh, about the new Rosewood, the new hotel, Kona Village. We're on the other side of the island. But yeah, check out our latest issue of HawaiiMagazine.com. Get it on HawaiiMagazine.com/shop, and anywhere else you can find us.
You can find us on Instagram at Hawaii Magazine. You can also find us on Facebook. Just type in Hawaii Magazine. And we're also going to start up our TikTok again. Again, it's at Hawaii Magazine. So you'll see a lot of Hilo-related content. So I'm really excited to share that with you.
Yes, and please subscribe, leave a comment, rate us, all that. If you have any questions or you have something you want us to cover, contact us at media@hawaiimagazine.com. Again, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. Thank you to SCP Hilo for hosting us. We love it here. And we will see you in 2 weeks. Bye.